Alright, here we go with the perfect hand to test out Search for Azcanta. One drop into Azcanta, the dream. Don't Thoughtseize. Oh no! And immediately all hopes and dreams are ruined. I'm assuming opponent takes Search for Azcanta. They might also have a way to deal with it. Along the lines of Abrupt Decay. Aw, man. Alright, I think we want to have the option to opt. Alright. Classic Jund. And I'm gonna bottom the bolt since we already have a decent bit of burn. And I'll just play 2 and get out my search. Get my search on. Alright, we have a backup Azcanta. Assuming our opponent has like Maelstrom Pulse or Abrupt Decay, we will be able to play another one. Or our opponent's going to just ignore it since it does nothing. Also an option. Alright, Liliana. Alright, that helps us flip faster at least. Yeah, I guess I'll discard the backup one since we want pretty much all of this. Alright. Let's see what we get. Scalding Torrent into the graveyard. Let's do it. Opt. It's pretty good. We should be able to flip next turn if we want, if our opponent doesn't have anything. And we can sort of burn down the Liliana. Alright, I'm gonna let that happen. Opponent will probably take Electrolyze unless they have like a Tarmogoyf that they want to start beating our face in with. Alright, Lightning Bolt. Opponent's down to 2 cards. And right now all we're really looking to deal with is Liliana. Ah, that's unfortunate. Alright, I think I opt and try and find an answer. Since we have a few. Alright, that's not an answer. On the bright side, we can kill Liliana and both be left with very little. Silver lining. There is a Raging Ravine though. Get Scalding Tarn because we want to have access to Cryptic Mana. Alright, and let's do this. Could draw Colonnade, so I'm not going to play a land first. Alright, we drew pass, so it would have been nice to have that up for this, but whatever. Alright, not in a terrible spot. We have a bunch of good draws. They're all Cryptic Command, or Snapcaster Mage, or Search for Ankaza. That's pretty bad for us. Alright, let's discard this. And I think I just pass. Having an answer to the Raging Ravine is pretty important. Okay. I wish I hadn't passed. This is fine though. I mean, that's a good draw. So we can kill the Raging Ravine and then pressure the Liliana. Unfortunately, this Liliana is kind of wrecking us. Alright. So he looks that. If we draw any 3 damage spell, we kill Liliana. Colonnade would also be nice. That is also pretty nice. Alright, so do we want to kill Liliana here? I actually think it's better to wait. If our opponent minuses, we're fine with that, since we should be able to kill Liliana. If they plus, we're fine with that, because they'll have to play their card, and if it's like a Tarmogoyf, we can path, and then be in a good spot. Alright. Nailed it. Perfect. Alright, so we get to kill Liliana and have some 2/1s. Okay. I think we'll just play that for thinning purposes. Oh. That's real bad for us. This has been a very top-deckerific game. Alright. Something good. Not bad. Unfortunately, our opponent can just minus this and get back Olivia. Or they drew an answer for Colonnade. Which is much, much worse. I think we don't really have a choice here. Okay. I'll take it. Seems like opponent probably should have cashed in Liliana there, either for, I guess they didn't have Tarmogoyf, so just Olivia. Okay, well, we have something. Feels like Search for Ankaza would have been really good this game. Maybe should not have discarded my second copy. Not bad. Still haven't seen a Cryptic or Sphinx's Revelation or a third Search for Ankaza or just Opt. Really taking advantage of the Liliana synergies here. This feels like the good old days playing against Jund. Ding! Feels like the good old days. Exactly like them. Alright, this should be pretty good. Okay. Just keep this to discard. Actually, I shouldn't have, because Snapcaster can do that. I could just discard Mana Leak, though. Opponent didn't even draw anything good. It's always the second rev that gets them. Man, this deck does nothing. Love it. Alright, there's a Cryptic. There goes Snappy. There's Search. Number 3. Alright, we should have plenty of win conditions left here, and by plenty I mean a few. We have a couple Colonnades, couple Snapcasters, and plenty more burn. Okay. How many more lands do we have? Probably not many. That was our last one. That's searchable. Not sure why I didn't Serum Visions. Nah. Yeah. I could have actually searched for that on my upkeep. Let's... make sure we draw Colonnade and not activate Azcanta. This should close out the game efficiently. We're kind of massively ahead at this point. Yep. Sweet, sweet value. Alright, take the bolt. Man, this is exactly how I imagined the deck working. Dreams do come true. Alright, big old logic knot for that. Boop, 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 boop. Whatever. 9. That ought to be enough. Nice. Alright. That was still just game 1. So, lightning bolt's pretty good on the draw, so I'll probably put some of them back in. I think we want all the searches. Helix is also suspect. Explosives is okay. Path is pretty good. Relic's pretty good. I think we want all the bolts. And a Helix. We should still have enough to win here in the super long game. Yeah, this looks fine. 3 logic knots might be a little much, but it seems alright. Especially with the relics. Could play 1 leak or a Helix on the draw. Alright, too late. Alright, this is not a keepable hand, and this is opt. I think we don't want opt, since we're kind of constrained on mana. With Colonnade, I would rather just immediately cast it, basically, by scrying whatever to the bottom. It's not quite as good as casting it, but alright. It's a pretty good draw. We'll take it. Because we would like to cast this here card. Alright, no 2-drop is good for us, even though Second Inquisition isn't. At least it's not Thoughtseize, because then we might lose Cryptic. As far as we know, our opponent is going to be in trouble once we get this Cryptic. Alright, Castle Visions. We already have enough lands now, so we'll get rid of both those. Alright, so Liliana is pretty bad for us. Of the Veil. Alright, Fulminator Mage is also not good. Ooh. Okay. Do want. That's like rampant growth right there, ladies and gentlemen. Almost. We need one more. Alright. Alright, so we can flip this. Not bad. Put electrolyze in your graveyard. If we do, we're flipping this. I mean, we don't have to flip. I think we want to draw lands. Might as well flip this. That's also acceptable. This is working. Alright, so another Fulminator Mage means we just get to flip this? Wow. Today is my lucky day. Alright, this, obviously we don't want to flip this if we have this in play. Alright, another Inquisition means we should be able to get to Cryptic here. Alright, that's kind of annoying. Alright, Pulse into the grave, Fulminator back to hand. We don't have to worry about this for a turn at least. I'm gonna wait on this because I don't want to thin. I would like a land. No. Yes. Alright, so we can Cryptic, we can activate Azcanta. This is so weird having both these. So our opponent plays Fulminator, we counter bounce or counter draw. We counter draw because bouncing this, I mean, it's good if we draw another counter spell, but interesting. Alright, I think we get this because we want to keep our blue mana count high while still getting red. Alright, let's draw into a way to deal with Liliana, and then we should be in a pretty good spot. Alright. A land would be great because then we could activate Search, and a non-land would be great because it would be a non-land. Alright, Snapcaster. Snapcaster on Path is an option. Snapcaster on Opt is an option. So our opponent's going to Fulminator Mage, and we're going to Opt, basically. No. Could also do this instead. Nah. I think we just want to Opt. I mean, Fulminator Mage isn't a problem because we have a backup Azcanta. We don't really care about being screwed off our mana at the moment. Question is, yeah, I go for that. We'll go for this. We'll Opt value. Try and hit another land to activate Azcanta. Get our value going. Alright, Fatal Push. I think we probably actually do want that. Because now if we hit a land, which we have a good chance of doing, we get to keep up Snapcaster and Azcanta. And if we don't hit a land, we can just Serum Visions. Sply or Bluff Canal? No. Alright, that's kind of an unfortunate land to hit. I think we... I mean, it's kind of a waste of a Snapcaster Mage, but I kind of just want to be mana efficient. Dig towards Cryptics. Alright, another Snapcaster. It's pretty good. No white, though. I think we keep that on top. If our opponent plays like Olivia, I guess Olivia isn't a problem because we have a Lightning Bolt, but like a Tarmogoyf, we have a lot of time to deal with a Tarmogoyf, though, to find a white source for path. Also highly possible they just do nothing. Alright, they're not doing nothing. Returned Fulminator Mage. Sounds good. We're still going to keep Snapcaster and most likely just activate Azcanta. At this point, our opponent might as well destroy the Azcanta, even though we just get another one, but at least that stops us from scrying every turn. Card's pretty good. It's not bad. Do we want Relic? Let's just take Discern Visions, I guess. Well, actually, maybe Relic is better. Scalding Tarn, no. No. We'll just activate this again. Opponent's plan is, I guess, to block, destroy Azcanta. Or not. Serve Visions. I'm not sure whether I'm wanting to set up scries or not set up scries. Sure. Keep both those since they're both hits. And we have Snapcaster Path. Okay. It's a lot of Fulminator Mages. The problem is we're just drawing a card every turn. Anyways. Sure. Supreme Verdict. Yes. Alright, so we have some graveyard insurance. Uh, how do I want to deal with that? I could bolt it and then eat the graveyard? Does that work? Eats twice in response, so no, that doesn't work. Just bolt face. Crack relic. Alright. Reset. Good, now we can get basic planes finally. Put opt in the graveyard. No. Get planes when we'll just sit, because this blocks this as it stands. Well, Azcanta seems very good against Jund, at least. And Jund is a deck, so that's something. Jund is a deck. Sure. Do I care if opt gets eaten? Not really. Might as well start getting in some damage. No. Alright, that pretty much locks things up. We have Cryptic, we have Opt, we have Azcanta, 1 and 2. We have this almost castable Supreme Verdict. We have Snapcaster Mage, which we can bounce with Cryptic. Seems good. Alright, we got our... Okay, that was a pretty good first try of Azcanta in Modern. I will say that much. Let's see if it continues to overperform.